I see babies and I have a lot of mixed feelings. On one side, I love their boldness. I love how they do exactly what they want to do. On the other side, I see the future and it's blurry with a lot of comparison. Almost like each passing year, they lose a little bit of themselves. They no longer recognize who they are, so they have no other option than to become someone else. I try to make sense of what happened in between. What went wrong? What was the trauma that made them feel they weren't special? What was done or said in a bid to correct them that laid the foundation for the inferiority complex that they now experience? Inferiority complex cannot exist without comparison, and comparison is just one disease that cannot be fully eradicated. It just progresses and adjusts to whatever is in trend. From our parents saying things like, why can't you be like Mr. This child? Why can't you be among the top three? Why can't you be like a sibling? To the grading system, to us finding out we are competing with a lot of people to get admission. It has taken a more calmer tone. I prefer a taller guy. I prefer a light-skinned guy. I prefer a skinny girl. Now, to the person making this decision, it is preference. On a larger scale, there's nothing wrong with preference. We cannot all like the same thing. But to the person who is not being preferred, it creates room for comparison. It translates to, you don't think I'm good enough. You don't think I am worthy. So I will try to be this person that you like. Maybe I will stand a chance of you liking me. And in the process, they lose themselves, which is sad because we are all unique. The problem with comparison is that we compare our weakness to other people's strength. You can do all things, meaning whatever you set your mind to do, you can do it. But it doesn't mean you should be everything. For to one is given word of wisdom, to another word of knowledge, to another prophecy, to another miracles, to another healing. And the same Bible says your gift will make way for you. You're an actor or you're a writer, you're trying so hard to become a musician. And then you will say the music industry does not favor you. Nah, you don't even like yourself, you're not working in your calling. And maybe if you perfected your craft, which is actually writing, instead of stalling your progress with distraction called trying to become someone else, just maybe you would write that best-selling book. I might be a better actor, but not a good director. You might be a better director, but not a good actor. And the reason God placed an actor and a director in the same environment wasn't so that we could compare ourselves, but that we could come together and make a good movie. Moses and Aaron is a perfect example. Moses wasn't a good speaker, Aaron was. God needed them that way for the children of Israelites to be free. Now, imagine if Moses kept dwelling on the fact that he wasn't good, or he just didn't want to work with Aaron again because he was feeling insecure. Moses recognized his weakness, so it's good for us to be self-aware of what we are not good at, but it's not possible for us to just have weaknesses without strength. So that energy you're using to compare yourself, channel it into finding what you're good at, set a target and be excellent at it. Because I feel like when you're trying to be better at something, when you're trying to be excellent at something, you would have less time comparing yourself with someone who is already better at it. Instead, you would find inspiration without comparison. Now, I'm not saying comparison is all bad, because if it's done with the right motive, it could be to the betterment of self. That is why we should all have a personal definition of success. So you won't be living up to someone else's definition of success. You won't be working so hard based on someone else's reason. Health-wise, personally, I just want to be healthy. I don't want to look a particular way for now. So I won't be comparing myself with someone who goes to the gym on a regular when I know I'm not ready to put in the work. That's something else with us. We compare ourselves with someone else's result instead of the process. Now, comparison is not good, but if you want to compare yourself with someone else, compare it with the backstage. Did you put in as much work as that person and you did not yield any results, or you just saw the congratulations and you feel like you deserve something? We should be confident in ourselves. We should trust our ability so that we will not place our self-worth based on how others see us. But at the same time, I think we should just avoid people whose primary calling is to remind us of how inadequate we are. There is constructive criticism that should be done with love. There is you looking out for the best in others. There's also you being plain rude, all in the name of I'm just telling you the truth. Well, thank you for the truth, but I'm cutting you off in the name of the Lord and for my sake. Because the manner at which you're passing this truth, I'm not hearing anything. All I'm hearing is you will never be good enough. And we are commanded to encourage each other and build each other up. Also, we should know what God says about us and fill our mind and thoughts with it. Because who is he that is speaking when God hasn't spoken? Comparison is just the devil trying to distract you from what God has called you to be. So one, be self-aware. Know when you're trying to compare yourself. Two, fill your mind and thought with what God has said. There's nothing you're feeling in this world that someone hasn't felt before. And trust me, the solution is in the Bible. I would advise that you use affirmations from the Bible instead of just using positive words. Nothing wrong with positive words and perspire to aspire. But Jesus said, the words that I speak, they are spirits and they have life. Motivational words would work for a while, but they don't have life to sustain you, so you're going to thirst again. In a weird way, I think inferiority complex comes from a place of laziness. I will explain and I hope you can understand. You are lazy. You won't be qualified for a particular role. Of course, you're going to get rejected. All of a sudden, you start feeling sad. Not all of a sudden, sha, but then you start feeling sad and inferior. Now, instead of you to change narrative, you just decided to dwell on that inferiority complex that you're feeling that was actually your fault because you were lazy. No, just work hard. Okay, work hard. Nobody hates you. Nobody, I don't know, just work hard. Just see, work hard. Finally, count your blessings. Get a journal, write out what God has done for you. Be grateful. When you are done, take a nap, go for a walk, or just sleep. With that being said, my name is Emedion Francis, and this is Dimensions of